Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to I-DLE. They have released yet another special clip. This one is for Neverland. Now, y'all know I love I-DLE. I know you guys love I-DLE here. A little while back they released Klaxon and we reacted to that. And then I went to KCON, and I think it was the night of KCON where they released a clip for Last Forever. I was like, okay, I'm going to get to that when I get a chance. And I got to it almost a week late. And I think it was maybe a day or two before I did my video, found out they put out a clip for Bloom. Actually, I think one of you guys told me about it. I was like, okay, well, now I know what we got to do next week. So I got to Bloom. And by the time I got to it, which was, I think, a week ago, roughly a week ago, I knew they were gonna, like, you can't have an album with 4 songs and put out some sort of video for 3 of them and leave the 4th one, you know, hanging. So I knew they were gonna do it. And sure enough, here it is. It got released that same day, and again, you guys told me about it. And I was like, man, I love I-DLE so much, and I love that they're keeping me fed, but man, I cannot keep up with them sometimes. So, finally getting to Neverland, and even though I love their music and want their music never to end, at least from a content standpoint, so that I can catch up on other groups, I'm kind of glad this is the last one from that album. But love this song. I've mentioned on Last Forever and Bloom that this is not going to be a first reaction. I have heard the song. I don't know what the lyrics are saying, though, and this song does not have English subs, so I've gone ahead and pulled up lyrics on the second monitor for the second playthrough. I'll be curious to see what it's actually saying, but I have mentioned on those other 2 videos that I actually like all of the B-sides, including this one, more than the title track from the I Sway album. So let's find out what the actual message of this one is, and go check out Neverland from I-DLE. Is this like a song to the fans? It has that tone already. Oh, God, Hoogie's voice. Minnie's too. Oh. That part I know. Aww. Cute. They're like, I'm going for it. Soyeon so cute.
손을 잡고 구름이 닿도록 높이 나를 거야. Riding on the way 다시 시작돼 영원히 이어질 여행. It's time to take my hand and fly.
Aww. Shua and Miyeon also sounding gorgeous. Our journey will last forever with you, Neverland. Aww. Okay. I told y'all, gorgeous song. I wasn't wrong. I called it. I mean, it's in fairness, I didn't call it. Like, I already knew. But I did tell you. I didn't warn, I didn't lie to you. So, we're going to listen to it again. And obviously, since there's not really a music video per se, there's not a lot to break down in the clip. So, again, we'll focus primarily on the lyrics. So, let me pull that up over here. Okay.
죄나 보러 먼 길을 날아온 거야. 미소 하나로 벌써 꽃을 피웠네. 흔들리고 불안했던 나의 springtime. Yeah.
Gorgeous. Okay, so the long trip, I flew a long way to see you. This could be a song both to the fans and that connection with a special someone, whether it be a lover or, again, the fans. But a flower has bloomed already with just a smile. Like, this flower blooming basically being this symbol that they use over and over again in their lyrical imagery about how their emotions have developed or how love has blossomed or whatever you want to say in that spot. My springtime was shaken and anxious. So that could mean the beginning of their year, like physically this season, or spring could refer metaphorically to an earlier time in their life, before they met you. Or before they took that long trip to see you again. Alright, Minnie's pre-chorus here. There were so many stories to tell, but just forget everything about the past days without you. So there might have been heartbreak, there might have been even some happiness, but there might have been hard times, and I want to tell it all, but you know what? Maybe it's better to just be in the moment. Forget everything about the past before I met you, and just enjoy the time that we have together. Miyeon coming through like an angel. 네 손을 잡고서 숨이 찰 만큼 멀리 달릴 거야. Lancing on the way 이제 완성될 반쪽짜리 여행. It's time to take my hand and smile. Done. Soyeon, I've mentioned this before, Soyeon is such an underrated vocalist. She does everything well, but because she does everything so well, her vocals don't get enough attention. But anyway, so this chorus, now step on the warm land where you live and dream and you dream. I'll hold your hand and run as far as I can till I'm out of breath. It kind of evokes that image of like either running on the beach in summertime, because we've talked about how the springtime was shaken and anxious, but so it could be referencing like a summerscape, or it could be still in the spring where, you know, like you're running through a meadow of flowers or whatever. But that's the image I get in my head, but the actual line, you know, I'll hold your hand and run as far as I can. So I'll go with you until I can't go any further. I will put everything I have into this to go on this journey with you. Landing on the way, a half journey that is now complete. So they're looking back and talking about things that have come before. Like, this is only half of the journey. We still have a ways to go. It's time to take my hand and smile, because we're together and we're gonna enjoy that.
살고 숨쉴 난 이곳 이제야 난 제자리를 찾아온 거야 날카롭던 파도 바람도
Shua.
점점해져 take away 이렇게 너만 있다면 I'm okay Ooh, I know I say
I love I say this every time, but Oogie's voice, first off, they all sound great. But Oogie has that special quality because her normal speaking register is a little bit lower than the typical female idol. And for a while, I know she hated her lower voice, her deeper voice, I mean. But Soyeon has found a way to give her confidence and instill almost pride in having that voice. And she's blossomed so much from her early days with the group. And she's talked about that in multiple interviews about how, she didn't, like, she used to be ashamed or maybe not ashamed, but like, she just didn't like her deep voice and that she got made fun of, but now she really likes it because Soyeon helped unlock her potential. But anyway, that's just me fangirling over Oogie, but whatever. All right, so the verse, this place where you live and breathe, now I finally found my place. So my place is wherever you are. And that goes back to that line about, I took the long trip to get here kind of thing. Sharp waves and strong winds, so these hard times, these storms that come in life. When I pass by you, it becomes quiet, take away. So you're my place of refuge. Like, maybe everything else outside of this is a tempest. Like, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. But when I'm here with you, it seems calm and happy and peaceful, and that this is where I should be. The next line, as long as I have you like this, I'm okay. And then I know I'll say, and then we get back to the pre-chorus with Shua.
부서진 순간의 조각들이 내 머릿속에 퍼져 너와 지켜왔던 것들 소중한 추억은 기댈 곳이 필요할 때 찾아오지 우리 설령 내일해가 뜨지 않는데도 겁내지마 후회 가득한 날 본이래도 얽매지마 봄은 다시 오니까 넌 내게 그런 따스한 존재니까.
Okay, so Soyeon's rap verse is actually really touching. Okay, so scattered from the days gone by, pieces of broken moments spread through my mind. So those, generally speaking, would be, hard times, but it could even be happy times. It's just memories in general, but the connotation is that it's negative memories. At least from those two lines. But then the next line says, the precious memories I kept with you. So it's not actually about negative memories, it's about memories in general. So she has these fragments of the memories, like these little clips. You know how idols, every single show that they go to, they'll say, let me rephrase that. I think it's every show. Obviously, I don't go to every show with every idol, but every show I've been to, they all say the same thing. Like, oh, like if, for example, I'm in LA. Oh, LA, like, this is such a special time, and we're so glad we got to meet our LA fans, our Nevis, or, whatever the case, whatever the fandom is. This is a special moment. I'll never forget this. So they're referencing stuff like that, those precious memories that they're making with all of their fans in different places. But you can't remember every detail about every memory, of course. So that's why we're getting the broken moments and the scattered pieces, because they're almost like just fragments that like are almost in the ether, so to speak. And you're just randomly pulling these fragments out of nowhere, and like it's like looking at a glass shard and knowing that that was part of a full picture, or a full mirror, or whatever the case might be. But you can still look at it and, you know, picture that moment. All right, so enough of that. Come to me when you need a place to lean on. Don't be afraid, even if the sun doesn't rise tomorrow. So they have sung about the fans. I'm pretty positive this is a fan song, especially since the name of the fandom is the title of the song. But they've referenced that wherever the fans are and when they're there, everything seems better. No matter what they're going through, it's better when they're with the fans. But they're saying like the fans can come to them too and find healing and happiness in their presence. You know, we hear a lot about, actually we don't hear a lot about it anymore. We used to hear a lot about like healing idols, people, the idols that would make music that would, you know, give people good feelings and get them through hard times. You still have idols that do that, but you don't hear the term healing idol much anymore, unless you're referring to those older ones. Anyway, but don't be afraid, even if the sun doesn't rise tomorrow. So even if tomorrow is the bleakest of days, like don't be afraid. Even if it's a day just full of regrets, don't get caught up in, well, it just stops like that. Don't get caught up, but like don't get hung up on all of the negativity. Don't let the terribleness of what you're experiencing bring you so far down, because you can still find happiness and some peace with them. And then they say, because spring comes again, so things get better. Same thing as that phrase, you know, it's always darkest before dawn. There's lots of ways to say it, but sometimes you have to go through hard times to get to better times. And then the final line there, because you're such a warm being to me. So again, there she's referencing that she finds solace in you, so she wants you to feel the same and be able to find solace in her. Cute. So they changed the line for the last line of the third chorus. So it's time to take my hand and smile. Now it's time to take my hand and fly. Like, take my hand and let's go. Let's fly off to this destination that we're going to together, because I have you and you have me. Beautiful song, like I said. Guys, that was the reaction for Neverland from (G)I-DLE. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're a fan of the group, then this song was super meaningful for you. If you're not a fan of the group, then hopefully you at least thought it was a pretty song. But shout out to our Patreons. They'll be right up here. Thank you guys so much for all the support. If you're not familiar by now, we do have a Patreon. There's free stuff there. There's paid subscriber content. Subs get access to things that I can't put here on the YouTube, as well as guaranteed prioritized requests every month. The link to the request queue is in the description below if you want to check that out. And if you want to get to the top of the request queue, but you're not interested in Patreon, then you can sponsor a request through the PayPal link that's down there as well. Thanks for checking this one out, guys. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, everyone.